Hi ho wee way, everybody. What's going on? Sorry for that. Random alert there. 1 second. Can we use my old prompt? Yes, oh my god. I don't think I marked it as a done, so let me do that. Hold on here 1 second though. I could fix that in. What's up, anime? What's up, Omagona? What's up, Rustbox? I am well. I am well. I'm getting alert about sound alerts, but I'm pretty sure I have that disabled, but we're about to find out. Anyway, well, let's just today is D-Day. Anyway, well, let's just today is D-Day. Anyway, well, let's just oops. That was too meta. All right, let's get started. Beep beep. Beep beep beep. Actually, I started some prompts. Jason was echoing. Yeah, I was watching the stream. Whoopsie. Actually. Woo! Look in art. Oh shit. Oh, let's see what's in art. Oh, what's up, Omagona? That's cool. How'd you make that? Ha. Let's see. I have an old one from Biz that I wanted to do. All right, here. Let's see. Novel AI Stable Diffusion made it. Oh, cool. It looks great. Yeah. Here we go. Here's a prompt from Biz. Thank you, Biz.
AiPD submitted prompt.
We could do yours next, but this one,
Japan's most
stood
incompetent samurai. In a duel with a dangerous Ronin, you accidentally drop your sword and the Ronin slips and falls onto the sword, killing him. A fellow samurai from your clan sees you winning the duel and Option 1. Confronts you about it. You apologize and explain that you were just trying to be a hero. The other samurai says that he doesn't care and that it was his duty to kill the enemy. Option 2. Calls you out. You are called into his office where you are told that if you don't improve, he will have to report you. As for you. Option 3. He calls out for help. You are too far away to do anything. Vote for your favorite AI response.
Here we go. Whew. Hey, Biz! Whoa! What are the odds? Hey, thanks for... Yeah. I know it's been a little bit, but... Here we go. What is up, Biz? A lot of new things, Biz. I don't know if you've been watching the VODs or not. It's been a while since an adventure stream. Yeah, I just started doing them in the past week, I think. All right, we have a split vote between 1 and 2, or 1 and 3. Here, 1 second. It's gonna echo for a second again until I do this for a second.
Confronts you about it. You apologize and explain that you were just trying to be a hero. The other samurai says that he doesn't care and that it was his duty to kill the enemy.
Ken's in Moto, so we're incompetent. We're in a duel with a dangerous guy, and he slips and falls. All right. The same thing happens to your fellow samurai, and he is impaled. You call for help, but are deemed a traitorous swine and run out of the dojo. Good job. I don't care, though. You must find a way to clear your name and let everyone know it was just an accident.
AiPD submitted prompt. The same thing happens to your fellow samurai and he is impaled. You call for help, but are deemed a traitorous swine and run out of the dojo.
Oopsie
You must
poopsie.
find a way to clear your name and let everyone know it was just an accident. Option 1. Your search for a suitable weapon results in a broken shield, which would be a nice touch, but you have no idea where to get one.
A
Option
broken
2.
shield would be
Well,
nice.
that's what you're going to do. And it's a good thing that you are. Option 3. The first step is to seek revenge on those who killed your father, which includes both Rakaku, who was in on the assassination, and Kaminari, who is also in.
Number
Vote for your
3 is
favorite
just
AI
to
response.
ignore everything that's just happened and do a Shenmue. Number 2 is just like adding no new information. Doug is doing another novel AI stream. Oh my god. He was just talking about it too. He was just commenting on AI stuff. Well, if you want to go and watch Doug, I'm okay with that. I get it. I will be watching the VODs. New people introduced to the novel AI team. Yeah. Doug should play KoboldAI instead, you know? It'd be interesting. I'm trying, Hank. I'm trying to get more eyes on KoboldAI. But, yeah. You're the best streamer. Thanks, Anime. Thank you very much. Now I'm for you and AiPD. Wow, thanks, Omaguna. Yeah. I appreciate you. Kobold got pretty broken overnight. What do you mean by that, Hank? Should I have not updated right before the stream? It's so far working. Transformers did a breaking update. Oh, okay. Interesting. AiPD. Stream first. Stream hard. Strike fast. The keys. Punch the keys, for God's sake. If you're on the official version, I
Your
capped
search
it.
for a suitable weapon results in a broken
Same for
shield,
United.
which would be a nice
Thanks, Hank.
touch, but you have no idea where to get one.
I am on United, so. That's good to know, Hank. Thank you for your dedicated work. You find a regular unbroken shield and make it have an accident. You are now the samurai. You are now the samurai with the broken shield. You are trying to get that nickname going. As opposed to broken shield +1. You head to the local tavern. You head to the tavern. You head to a local shop, a local ramen shop. And try to find out what people think happened. You overhear two men talk about you.
AiPD submitted prompt. You find a regular unbroken shield and make it have an accident. You are now the samurai with the broken shield. You are trying to get that nickname going. You head to a local ramen shop and try to find out what people think happened. You overhear two men talk about you. Option 1. One says that it was a good deed, while the other says it was all luck. Option 2. One says that you are a doomed fool, while the other says you were very lucky. Nobody seems to care. After being ignored for a while, you decide to go to the town hall.
Instead
Option
of infamy,
3.
just nobody
One
cares.
was talking to an older man who gave him a hard time when he saw him. Vote for your favorite AI response.
The guy who said it was luck is the closest. It was totally luck. The good deed is assuming that we did it on purpose. That's kind of not what we're going for. We're accident prone, okay? It was luck, okay? It was bad luck when the other guy died. We can't take credit for killing the dangerous guy without taking credit for killing the innocent guy. So we have to wash our hands of this. Yes, it was luck based. There was a puddle. I left a bunch of grocery bags, and he slipped and tripped and fell. Are crew streams also coming back, or is it bot driven from now on? You mean like co-hosts? Well, Corey works until I finish streaming, so we have to figure out a new way to do that. But I would love to have Corey back on. And Tony's busy with other things, but again, yeah, would like to have him back on. But you know, I'm the driving force, so I don't want to. I haven't been hit up either to hey, can I sit in on a stream? So it's kind of like, I'm not trying too hard. I want to keep the show going. That's the main focus. If we have guests from time to time, it's a nice cherry on top, but it stresses me out too much to try and plan that. So, unless there's someone like that hits me up, or then I'm just not gonna go out of my way anymore. but I did for a long time, so.
One was talking to an older man who gave him a hard time when he saw him.
Yeah, Hank, I would love that. That would be great. Yeah, whenever you're down, just hit me up. Let me know. You are. You try to get closer to hear exactly what they are saying, but you trip and fall right on their table, knocking over two bowls, knocking over their ramen, their piping hot ramen, into their laps.
AiPD submitted prompt.
Oopsie!
You try to get closer to hear exactly what they are saying, but you trip and fall right on their table, knocking over their
I'm the
piping hot
clumsy
ramen into their
Ronin.
laps. Option 1. They go back and forth about who is to blame and whether or not it was your fault. Option 2.
They're still
One
torn.
of them is badly hurt and you rush over to stop the bleeding and grab the tongs to try to turn the bowl off.
Bleeding!
Option
Turn the
3.
bowl off!
The old man yells
Why
at
does this
you
bowl
and the
have an on
younger
switch?
man says, "Watch it." You see the pipe coming towards you and duck. It hits your arm and the blood spurts out.
Oh my god. And then
Vote for your favorite AI response.
option 3, they're attacking us with a lead pipe. What bowl of ramen has an on-off switch? In my head, I imagine it's like, you know, those like the heat self-heating coffee cups, which were really a scam. Just buy a well-insulated thermos and it'll stay hot all day long. But ones that have like basically a weak ass hot plate at the bottom. So that's what I'm imagining for this ramen place. They have like hot plate ramen bowls that keep the ramen hot. Oh no, I forgot to turn my bowls off. Yeah. Oh jeez. Turn it off. And it's covered in hot ramen, so we can't touch it with our fingers, so we gotta turn it off with tongs. Oh, just overall, it seems like an epic failure of an invention. You know, that's why you have GFCI plugs near sinks and in your bathroom, is to like, in case of incidents like this, it'll short and turn off. But nope. In fact, the ramen bowls are getting hotter. They're getting hotter, and it's all over their laps. It's just melting through the guy's lap. Ah! It's and it's so hot. The like top where it's kind of cooler is like fusing to his lap, so he can't just flip it off. That is like fucking torture device.
One of them is badly hurt and you rush over to stop the bleeding and grab the tongs to try to turn the bowl off.
Uh-huh. You fail and accidentally turn the bowl to its hottest setting. The bowl melts right through the old man's lap. and continues to melt through the ground. The young man looks up and says, "It's the idiot killer. Someone call the guards."
AiPD submitted prompt. You fail and
He's not
accidentally
killing
turn the bowl
idiots.
to its
He
hottest
is the
setting.
idiot
This
killer.
bowl melts right through
Yeah.
the old man's lap and continues
Old
to melt through the
Mons.
ground.
Come on.
The young man looks up and says, "It's the idiot killer. Someone
No,
call the
that's right.
guards."
Why did it pronounce it like
Option 1.
Mons?
You don't know what to do. Should you try to stop this? Or try to go back and try another store?
No, let's.
Option 2.
The only way we
The
can
two
help
men
is
are
just
arrested for
stop.
murder and the police come to interrogate you. They ask what happened, but you can't remember. You say you were just trying to be a good samurai.
Well, that's true. We just
Option
Mr.
3.
Bean murdered
The
somebody,
guard
though.
comes and gets you and throws you in jail, but you manage to convince them that it was an accident and you were trying to save a life. They let you go.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Vote for your favorite AI response.
Well. We can't throw you in jail if you say it's an accident, so I guess you get away with it again. The idiot killer needs a true crime documentary, yeah. It's just like the staircase, the ramen bowl that wouldn't turn off. I say we sue the ramen bowl company. Bot seems a lot more stable and featured now. Yes, Hank, I've been constantly changing it for the past week or two. A lot of new things, a lot of changes, a lot of fixes, a lot of air handling to make sure it doesn't break. But yeah, it's been a long journey, but we're finally here to where it's like actually enjoyable to turn on and not be like, oh my god, I just lost everything. And streams longer than 10 minutes, yep. Hey, that happens when everything's just like broke beyond recognition. I've learned a lesson. Just don't go live if you haven't tested it yet. Test it first and then go live.
The two men are arrested for murder and the police come to interrogate you. They ask what happened, but you can't remember. You say you were just trying to be a good samurai.
Yeah, I was just trying. It seems very. The police aren't doing their due diligence if the men that we just accidentally injured beyond belief get arrested for our murder. Like, I think there was wasn't there eyewitnesses at the dojo? These policemen aren't too bright, right? Yeah, exactly. You say you're just trying to be a good samurai. The police say, good enough for us. And haul the old man and the young man away to jail. Things are really getting out of hand. Your a member of your clan sees that you were innocent and welcomes you back.
AiPD submitted prompt.
Well, an old man and a
The
young man are
police
going to
say,
suffer,
good
but I
enough
did
for
clear
us,
my
and haul
name.
the old man and the young away to jail. Things are really getting out of hand. A member of your clan sees that you were innocent and welcomes you back. Option 1. He says, I knew you wouldn't be able to kill me if you got close. The rest of your family is happy for you, but you are still disappointed.
Yeah, one's very true. Well, I'm
Option
very
2.
disappointed.
He says that the incident has changed things and that you should be made a samurai.
Hmm?
You are a
I already
proud
have
new
one.
one. Your clan will always support your actions and will continue to help you in battle.
Okay.
Option 3. He says he will help you clear your name. You immediately agree. You all go to the Great Buddha at Kinkakuji Temple in the hopes that you can clear your name.
Oh, okay.
Vote for your favorite AI response.
Kinkakuji. Hey, Great Buddha. Everything was an accident. Like, I know my name's already technically clear, but I have a guilty conscience because those guys suffered because I also fell on them. Like, I fell on everyone. Everything was false. If you want to throw anybody in jail, throw gravity in jail. Throw the floor in jail. Even though it's better for us, it's somehow worse. You know what I mean? Right now, so we killed one bad guy and 3 innocent people are suffering. One died. 2 innocent people are suffering. One's dead, which I guess is the ultimate suffering. I wish there was just like something that took a lot of pictures so I could go look at all these pictures. Look at the videos. I'm innocent. Dashcam footage would clear me. Surveillance cameras? Instead of surveillance cameras, they just have a guy in a tower who's just looking.
He says that the incident has changed things and that you should be made a samurai. You are a proud new one. Your clan will always support your actions and will continue to help you in battle.
Okay. You try and you try, but you cannot clear the old man's name. No, years pass. No one even remembers the incident anymore. Except for you. You decide the only way to get redemption, to redeem yourself, is to break them out of jail.
AiPD submitted prompt. You try, but you cannot clear the old man's name. Years
try
pass.
and you try.
No one even remembers the incident anymore, except for you. You decide the only way to redeem yourself is to break them out of jail.
Redemption. Come on.
Option 1.
I'm too
Your
tired.
clan has a large debt to pay and the members of your clan are all involved in some sort of business. You decide to rob the bank and take everything.
Okay, rob them.
Option
Break
2.
them out from the
Your clan
inside.
agrees and you return to battle. The rest of the story is told in your next chapter.
Oh.
Option 3.
Sequel
You
bait.
resolve to prove your innocence once and for all. One day you are walking along and see the pair of them in court. You are surprised to see them in the middle of a trial. Vote for your favorite AI response.
Your Honor, I have breaking new evidence. It was me. This sounds like a strange samurai myth about a strange man who fights with a broken shield. A trial in court? Yeah, wait a second. That doesn't happen usually. Normally, we just fight things out, but a trial is taking place right now? Ugh. Number one's just really like a really just bad idea. I mean, we're really just dirtying up our name again. But I guess, to clear our conscience, we have to dirty our name, if that makes sense. Or number two, the clan's just like, yeah, sure. We'll go with that now. We'll free these guys. I fight with my friends. An entire ninja clan. Because, yeah, normally when you do a prison break, it's like one guy. But I would
Your
love to
clan
see an
has a
entire
large debt to pay
dojo
and the members of your clan
attack.
are all involved in some sort of business. You
'Cause you
decide to rob the bank and take everything.
I guess the mafia tries to break people out, right? I guess you try to legally do that. You just get a lawyer, right? No, if you're a large organization, you usually just can grease some palms and get somebody out. But for a large organization to take on to do a prison break would be very interesting. For one guy. Or for two guys that aren't even in the clan. The robbery goes poorly. Almost immediately. You enter the bank and realize you forgot your weapon. And also your underwear.
AiPD submitted prompt. The bank robbery goes poorly almost immediately. You enter the bank and realize you forgot your weapon, and also your underwear. Option 1. The teller at the counter is looking at you with disgust and you realize you are not exactly the best dressed person in your clan. The clerk says, "What are you doing here?" Option 2. The police are on the scene in minutes and arrest you. You are taken to the local prison where you are given your freedom, but you lose your honor by taking the easy way out.
What?
Option 3. You're a little embarrassed, but it's a minor setback, and the last thing you want to do is go back home without any clothes.
I'm not leaving this bank without
Vote
no
for your
underwear.
favorite AI response.
You don't want money? No, I want somebody's underwear. Give it over right now. Give me your underwear. I'm not wearing any either. Someone's gonna get hurt if I don't see some trousers. Everybody drop to the ground. Your drawers, not your bodies. Free balling. you could be dressed well in free ball. But it kind of like stinks up your whole pants situation really quick. Is that Fox in the background the newest cast member of AiPD? I guess, yeah. Fox AI, Fox A, Foxy, Foxy. I don't know. I was trying to come up with a foxy pun, but I love Free Ballin' by Tom Petty. What's up, Sure? Sure, I have used the art you have generated as my profile picture for everything now.
The teller at the counter is looking at you with disgust, and you realize you are not exactly the best dressed person in your clan. The clerk says, "What are you doing here?"
It's like Tenjin Toppan Gurren K9000. It just seems like our evolved forms or something. Like if we were to go Super Saiyan, I feel like that would be or not exactly Super Saiyan, but if we were to like power up or transform, that would be our alternate forms. I would be some weird werewolf vampire guy with blood, and then maybe Omagana, maybe, no guarantees. We have to figure out. We've gotten too deep into this. You look down and say earnestly, "I have no idea anymore." You march straight to the police station and confess the truth and tell the truth about what happened. Everything was an accident, and it was your fault.
AiPD submitted prompt. You look down and says earnestly, "I have no idea anymore." You march straight to the police station and tell the truth about what happened. Everything was an accident and it was your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Option 1. You are arrested. You explain that you were just trying to be a samurai, but the police say you didn't really seem like one.
You're right.
They say you
I'm
are
just
guilty
clumsy.
and that you should be executed.
Well, that's a little extreme.
Option 2. The cops are not amused, but they are helpful. They go with you to the bank and tell the manager that he better pay up or they will arrest you.
What?
Option 3.
They're helping
you
me
are sentenced to
rob a
death
bank?
for killing your comrade. You are given the chop to be executed. The executioner chops off your head and drops it into a basket.
That's also, that's,
Vote for your favorite
if
AI
that's
response.
the punishment, I'd take the punishment. Better me than some two innocent people who were just trying to eat a nice dinner together. You can chop off my head. I deserve it. I'm too clumsy for this earth. I'm too clumsy for this earth. Too clumsy for this samurai clan. Too clumsy. It hurts other people. I'm too clumsy for my. I'm too clumsy for my. Well, kind of a sad end, but you know, for us, as long as the truth is out there, I'm okay with that. I'm just not okay sitting idly by while two innocent people rot in jail. And we were on like an accident spree. Like, we just caused chaos wherever we went. It's better for everyone this way to just have our head chopped off. But knowing us, the guillotine is going to have an accident and kill some other people. We're just going to be unbreakable. They're going to try to chop off our head and the executioner dies somehow. Slip, trip, and fall.
You are sentenced to death for killing your comrade. You are given the chop to be executed. The executioner chops off your head and drops it into a basket.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It sounds about right.
Okay.
We deserve this. I think that's I think that's a good place for a new story. A series of unfortunate accidents, but you know, at least we're somewhat redeemed, I guess. New story like mine. Okay, I'm gonna. All right, we did do it this morning. I guess we could do it again, or else I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, here we go. Oh my gonna. We're doing it. Normally begging doesn't work. Oh yeah, that's right. Here we go. You are Riona, a shinobi. We can't do back-to-back shinobi stories. Sorry, Omagana. Update the grammar of your prompt and we'll figure it out. Edit your prompt and fix the grammar, and then we'll. I just don't want to do back-to-back. But I'm on and I have puppy eyes. Sorry, Omagana. We kinda did it a little earlier, so let me think of one. Hold on. I got one in the can here. This one's by Hubble. This is kind of an older one. Thank you, Hubble. Oops. Well, spoiler alert, but there you go.
AiPD submitted prompt. You are Pope Francis. In an attempt to make the religion more interesting for young people, you introduced some new cool reforms to the Christian Church.
Oops.
Option 1. No priests. You say that as many priests as possible should be killed instantly. The Vatican has been a source of wealth and power for the whole world and must be completely destroyed.
Wait a second. No, we could do
Option
this. Option
2. The Vatican owns all its own land and rules from there. Rules that are easy to break. You have your first successful coup. You are a happy priest. You are a proud one.
Oops.
Option 3. You are the first world pope and are a brave reformer. Perhaps, if you were still alive, you could have a second chance at life. Maybe you could even be reincarnated. Vote for your favorite AI response.
Introduce all the priests. Wait a second. No priest. The Vatican all. Pope coup. Um, Reincarnated Pope. No worries, Omagana. It's okay. I just I appreciate the interaction. Okay. Looks like Vatican coup. Rules are easy to break. You have your first successful coup. So we're already. Wait, we're the Pope, but we're taking over a monarchy or something? We're overthrowing a government? That's what the kids are like. Let's just take over Italy. I bet if there was like an insane Pope that wanted to just wage war and take over countries, he could probably take over quite a few before he stopped.
The Vatican owns all its own
Even with
land
like
and
no
rules
army.
from there.
Just be
Rules
like,
that are easy
God
to
will
break.
kill you. You'll go
You
to
have
hell
your
if you
first
don't.
successful coup.
And
You
they're
are
like,
a happy
"Ah."
priest. You are a proud one.
Like if the Pope currently was like, "Hey, I'm taking over like Southern Europe and try to stop me. God told me to do this." He could probably do it without having any soldiers. People would just be like, "Yeah, if God told you." I don't know. All the Looney Tunes Christian folks would just be like, "Yeah, all right, yeah, everything's the Vatican now." What are you gonna wage war on God? But I'm not waging war on God. I'm waging war on you. I'm God's messenger. I want to write that now. The Pope to do. The Pope. That might be what the story turns into. I just want to make sure I get this. The Pope wages war on Europe because God said. You take over Italy very easily. You simply tell folks that God told you to do it, and you assume power without any fighting, without any fight. Your next country to take over is
AiPD submitted prompt. You take over Italy very easily. You simply tell folks that God told you to do it and you assume power without any fight. Your next country to take over is Option 1. You are King of England. The whole
hey,
country is
relevant.
yours. Nobody is in charge except you. As a bonus, you are also gay. Option 2. The United Kingdom of Great
What?
Britain. It is your second successful coup. Soon, you have taken over the entire world, the world. You
The
are an
world.
unstoppable force of nature.
Okay.
Option
Number 2, a
3.
little bit
A
more.
nation of little girls who have been promised to be married off to their rich fathers. The very idea of the poor girl being involved in such a thing was unthinkable to them.
What the fuck?
Vote for your favorite AI response.
What the fuck? Why did it end that at the end there? Okay, that number 3 is Epstein Island. I will veto that. Number one, very funny. Easily take over England. Also, you're gay. What? Okay, God said gay is okay. You know, that's a thing too. Like the Pope could easily do that. Just be like, gay people, it's fine to be gay. It's also okay to be transgender. And like, I guess people would hate him, but I mean, you could do it. I mean, you would at least split the opinion down the middle and help some people. Like, if you wanted to do anything, use your influence for good. You know, stop these people who think it's like an affront to God. If you're like essentially God on earth, you're like the person with the most religious, know-how, say most religious influence other than, so, use it to fucking unfuck things. Like, yeah. Help your people out. All right, I think number one wins it. I cannot have number three on the screen for too much longer.
You are King of England. The whole country is yours. Nobody is in charge except you. As a bonus, you are also gay.
This decision to come out of the closet instantly fractures, instantly splits your followers, instantly divides your followers. You reveal your new boyfriend is famous Hollywood star.
AiPD submitted prompt. This decision to come out of the closet instantly divides your followers. You reveal your new boyfriend as famous Hollywood star. Option 1. Tom Cruise. Some of them are horrified, while
Nice.
some of them are excited. It is up to you to decide who you want to be friends with. You are King of England.
Wow. Tom
Option
Cruise
2.
would be a big
Vincent
name.
Black, a porno king. He is a movie star, a pop singer, an actor, a dancer, a bodybuilder, a TV host and a comedian.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Option 3. Oh, and by the way, I'm gay too, and you're fucking him. Your gayness is a sore point with some of your supporters.
Okay, number three.
Vote for your favorite AI response.
1 and 2 are very good, but 3 again is like kind of out there. The Pope is gay. That's already a bombshell drop, but he's dating a porno king. Oh. What? You'd think it'd be like a nice young boy. Oops. I mean, a nice guy, a nice man, not nice young boy. No. Bad. That's not Freudian slip there. What I'm saying is, you just wouldn't assume him to be dating a porno king, someone that is deemed unsavory and yeah, I don't know. Tom Cruise guest stars on AiPD quite frequently. Yeah, I don't know why. Strange guy. Just a very strange situation. Life is so weird. It's split down the middle between 1 and 2. Tom Cruise or Vincent Black? Tom Cruise is much more name recognition. Vincent Black, I feel like would really, all those people that stuck by us, they would immediately feel massive regret. I feel like if we dated Vincent Black, we'd lose everybody. We would immediately be cuckooed. We'd get cuckooed for Cocoa Puffs.
Tom Cruise. Some of them are horrified, while
smart
some of them are
PR,
excited.
Big name.
It is up to you to
You're okay
decide
with
who
this
you
'cause
want
it's
to be
Tom
friends
Cruise,
with.
and they're like, you're right.
You are king of England.
You're right. You know, if it was anybody else, but you said Tom Cruise, and I go, I can't argue with that. The fact that you are dating a huge A-list celebrity starts to bring some of your detractors. The fact that you're dating a huge A-list celebrity makes your critics start to come around and be Team Pope again. You feel lucky and drop another huge bombshell on the world when you reveal
AiPD submitted prompt. The fact that you are dating a huge A-list celebrity makes your critics start to come around and be Team Pope again. You feel lucky and drop another huge bombshell on the world when you reveal. Option 1. You are a vampire.
A vampire!
This is the biggest revelation of all.
vampire!
Option 2. You are not gay. You are married to Gwyneth Paltrow. You don't have children. Your new wife is pregnant with twins.
Okay. Wow. What a
Option 3.
flip-flop.
I
What a
am
roller
gay.
coaster.
This time it is too much for some people to take. They are offended by the idea of a man who is gay and they start to lash out.
Again, option 3. We already
Vote
established
for your
that.
favorite AI response.
They're like, how many times is it going to come out of the closet? We know I'm gay. All right, Pope. You don't have to say it every 5 minutes. If the Pope revealed he was a vampire, oh, God, I don't know. So, like, you eat people, you eat blood, you drink blood. You're getting harder and harder to stick with, Pope. You've taken over 2 countries. You're dating Tom Cruise, which is good. Tom Cruise is a Scientologist, that's bad. Vampire, bad. But you're not drinking my blood, good. You're making it very confusing for people. The people of the world, okay? This is too much. We hate change, Pope, please. We absolutely loathe it. All right, here we go.
You are a vampire. This is the biggest revelation of all.
Yep. You reveal this by sucking the life out of a rich old grandma that broke into your home. Lie. You show the video. The video of you going vampire mode. It goes instantly viral and plays on Every major news network across the world.
AiPD submitted prompt. You reveal this by sucking the life out of a rich old grandma that broke into your home. The video of you going vampire mode goes instantly viral and plays on every major news network across the world. Option 1. Within a few days you have
I'll
become a
explain
wealthy
that
man and your
in a
fans are
second here.
cheering for you. You are even given a new nickname, King of Vampires.
Nice.
Option 2. You are now famous. You are also very
I
rich.
mean,
You
yeah.
are Emperor of
Yeah.
Japan.
What?
Everything is going great. Your little nation has been taken over by the Japanese with no resistance at all.
Oh, okay. They take it
Option
back?
3. You are a hero. You are now king of all Europe. And in the middle of this chaos you get a phone call.
Oh, mysterious. Okay.
Vote
Now,
for your favorite AI response.
Option 3 has finally turned it around. My thinking was like people who meet with the Pope. I don't know. There's some obsession by thinking like if you touch the Pope, you'll be cured of all illnesses, or if the Pope blesses you. So, like, whenever the Pope's out, people try to like grab him and like just fiercely. And many a time, there's a lot of gifs of this where the Pope like slaps people's hands away. And so that's my thinking. This old grandma broke into the Pope's home to touch him to cure her gout or something. I don't know. But she got more than she bargained for. Please, Pope, cure my gout. Praise Jesus. And we're like, you are going to be dinner. Thank you for doing something so stupid so I can eat you guilt-free. This is my cheat meal. I can eat you without feeling bad about it. Normally I feel bad about it, but you are just the scum of the earth. Praise be to God. You're the scum of the earth. Praise be. Lots of mystery here. Hey, Pope, it's the rest of the world. Can you stop whatever the fuck you're doing? Or else we're gonna wage world war on you? Yeah, thanks.
You are a hero. You are now king of all Europe. And in the middle of this chaos you get a phone call.
Posted art. Oh, hell yeah. Here we go. Hold on. Pausing for art. Okay, I like that. Yeah, here we go. Here. A rare paparazzi photo. That would be crazy because it'd be like, why the fuck is the Tom Cruise meeting the Pope? He's a Scientologist, right? Why the fuck is he doing this? That would be huge news. You could probably get $1 million if you had this photo and it wasn't doctored. Like if it was proof. There we go. The Pope and his boyfriend Tom Cruise. That's beautiful. Thank you, sure. That program is great. I gotta get that set up. Oh, here we go. Even better. Even better, even weirder. Here I go. This one looks more realistic, but scarier. They're up to something nefarious now. What the fuck? Pope? Something. This isn't right. You know, I was okay with it until I saw this picture. Now I'm not okay with it. You know what? This is something's wrong with this. Wow, amazing. I'm starring that one too. Thank you, sure. That was great. It is the United Nations. They are telling you to stop your takeover of Earth, or else they will wage World War III. You say, no. Bring it on, pussies.
AiPD submitted prompt.
New Pope is really
It is
cool.
the United Nations. They are telling you to stop your takeover of Earth or else they will wage World War III. You say, no, bring it on pussies. Option 1. And hang up the phone. You are still King of England. You are feeling pretty good about yourself. Then you get a phone call. It is your female lover calling you. Option 2. You
I'm
then
with
make a
Tom
dramatic
Cruise.
gesture and attack the UN. The ensuing battle leaves you completely bruised and bloody. You go back home and
single-handedly
immediately
do
start
it?
drinking blood. It's like the cure for cancer.
Option
Option 3. After some back and forth, the UN gives you the ultimatum. Either you surrender to the rest of the world or the UN.
Or the UN what?
Vote for your favorite AI response.
The UN will undo you. The UN will undo you. The UN will be your undoing. There we go. That's it. Surrender or be undone. I'm trying. They're all similar, but one of them's definitely better than the rest. Number 1, not relevant. Don't care. I'm with Tom Cruise now. Leave her behind. Option 2. Option 2. It sounds like we use our vampire strength to single-handedly take over. Like, we're just constantly biting people of interest. I guess if you could fly and you're immortal and you could suck blood, you probably got super strength. You just have a real advantage over us normal humans. You could just fly from place to place and like immediately single target take out all your detractors. Go bite Joe Biden. Go bite Trudeau. Go bite the King of Mexico, whatever his name is. Or El Presidente. Split decision between 1 and 2. All right, random chance, 1 or 2. What's it going to be?
You then make a dramatic gesture and attack the UN.
Here we go.
The ensuing battle leaves you completely bruised and bloody. You go back home and immediately start drinking blood. It's like the cure for cancer.
You completely regenerate after drinking an Olympic sized bathtub, an Olympic sized pool of blood. You say to Tom, that was so refreshing, but where did you get all this blood? Tom says,
AiPD submitted prompt. You completely regenerate after drinking an Olympic-sized pool of blood. You say to Tom, that was so refreshing, but where did you get all this blood? Tom says. Option 1. I have my ways. You are King of England. Soon after you become the king, a massive uprising occurs in America. All of the states rise up against you.
Whoa.
Option 2. I was at a party and I got drunk and took a big gulp of my guest's blood. You say, you're a fucking idiot. Why the hell did you do that?
No, rich people blood.
Option 3. Vampire Doctor, you are now officially alive and well. You are now the leader of the free
Doctor.
world. If you were a movie director, this would be the plot of a great film.
That's very funny. Where did you get all
Vote
this
for your
blood?
favorite AI response.
The vampire doctors? Oh, yeah. I guess if vampires live in this world, there are vampire doctors, and they're like, here's ethically sustained, ethically obtained blood, you know. We get it from people who donate, who want to be eaten by vampires. What about you? Free range blood, free range humans. We have one very high producing elder care facility that gives us most of our blood. But they're old because that's why you haven't heard of it. They're old. Nobody cares. Tom Cruise has aged well. He looks about 20 years younger than he actually is. Yes, for sure. Oh, I cannot wait to see this. Sure. I have no idea what I'm about to watch. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Subtle, but you know there's something off about this. Here we go. Let's pose. Let me bring this up here. There he is. Dr. Popula. I love that a lot. There we go.
I was at a party and I got drunk and took a big gulp of my guest's blood. You say, you're a fucking idiot. Why the hell did you do that?
Tom looks confused. But you tell him that rich people blood is demonic and weakens your bond with God. Before you know it, God appears before you and says, sniff, sniff. Is that demonic blood? Oh, Popey. You've been a bad boy.
AiPD submitted prompt. Tom looks confused, but you tell him that rich people is demonic and weakens your bond with God.
Damn.
Before you know, God appears before you and says, asterisk sniff sniff, is that demonic blood? Oh Popey, you've been a bad boy. Option 1. Tom is shocked, but he knows that you are right and vows to change his ways. Option 2. He then takes your hand and kisses it. You are cured of being evil forever. You go back to bed and sleep until morning. When you wake up you are alive and well. Option 3. Tom gets a little pissed and leaves. You go back to work. You rule the world. You are very successful. You rule for quite a while and you live happily ever after. Vote for your favorite AI response.
He takes your hand and kisses it. You're cured of being evil forever. You go back to sleep. Number 2 is just immediate retcon. Tom gets a little pissed. You go back to work. You rule the world. You're successful. Okay. Yeah, I think number 3 is a good place to end. What's up, YS Books? Hello. You came at a very strange time. Tom's like, well, I didn't know that, so you don't have to yell at me. And Tom cries. He scantily runs away. Why does the Pope have to yell at me? I didn't know. I just didn't know. I thought I went out of my way to get him an Olympic-sized pool of blood, and look what happens. All right, here we go. I think it.
Tom gets a little pissed and leaves.
Yeah.
You go back to work. You rule the world. You are very successful. You rule for quite a while and you
Holy
live happily
shit.
ever after.
Okay, we can end with this, but also we gotta show this image here. This is our final form. This is after we drink an Olympic-sized pool of rich people blood. This is what we look like. Oh my god, that's scary. Well, it's nice to be the Pope. This is also not our first Pope vampire story. Very interesting. Okay. News story. We save this. New game. All right, one last prompt. Let's see here. And again, I'm looking at the prompts channel, so if you have a prompt, please add it to the Discord. Sure, why not did submit one earlier. I'm trying to look for it real quick here. You are eating a sandwich, you hear a strange ticking sound. Here, let's see what happens. Thank you, Cher, for this.
AiPD submitted prompt. You are eating a sandwich when you hear a strange ticking sound. Option 1. You look up to see that the sky is filled with hundreds of little black dots, each one about the size of a quarter, and they're all heading towards your house.
That's really scary. That's
Option
actually
2,
very scary.
You look around and you see some sort of
Nanobots
machine on a table. It's just like a clock except it's not moving. Option 3. You look around and see that the clock on your desk has stopped. The clock in the hallway doesn't work either, and it's much darker than it should be. Vote for your favorite AI response.
Uh, 2 and 3 oddly time based. I guess a ticking sound implies a clock, right? Well, not for 1. 1 is like looking art. Oh, let's see. Oh, dang, nice, Amagana. A cat-eared bucket hat. That would probably sell very, very well if that existed. Just a red bucket hat with cat ears. Man, AI art is fucking amazing. Gives me French cat girl vibes. Yeah, I think so. It just looks like someone sketched that. I mean, it's so weird that it's generated. It even has like a signature, like the idea of a signature. It's totally illegible, but it's there, which is weird. French cat girl on her vacation. Yeah. Split vote between horrific Black Mirror nightmare and the weird time void. Anybody could break the tie. Anybody could make it a 3-way tie. 2 and 3 are pretty similar though, so 5 seconds, 5 seconds. All right, random.
You look around and see that the
Oh.
clock on your desk has stopped.
All right.
The clock in the hallway doesn't work either, and it's much darker than it should be.
Oh, just too late, Biz. Almost there. Okay. You continue to investigate and search the house for the mysterious ticking sound. Your search, it is definitely coming from your bedroom. You continue to ransack. Oh my god, sure, why not? That's amazing. That's exactly a weird cloud of dots attacking a house. That's scary. That's like something you'd see in like spooky scaries to tell in the dark or something. That's a nightmare. Buh. If just like super intelligent robo locusts attacked your house, that's fucking terrifying. Continue to search and eventually find the source.
AiPD submitted prompt. You continue to investigate and search the house for the mysterious ticking sound. It is definitely coming from your bedroom. You continue to search and eventually find the source. Option 1. You find a small room in the basement. There is a light switch there and the lights are on. In the corner you find a pile of old metal objects.
Okay, number 1,
Option
getting Parasite
2.
vibes.
A bookcase. It's been punched open and its contents strewn all over the floor. It looks like someone took a sledgehammer to the bookshelves. Option 3. In your desk drawers. There is a small black box. Opening it up you see that it is broken. The box is empty. The only thing inside is a piece of paper.
Oh, mysterious.
Vote for your favorite AI response.
Stephen King's Black Dots of the Fog, AI generated title. That's pretty good. So someone sledgehammered a bookcase and that's where the ticking's coming from? Or someone else was looking for the ticking and smashed the bookcase? Some good foreshadowing. Is this like Banana Phone? The ticking's all in her head? Ring, 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 ring. Ticking phone. Only one vote for 2? I guess we could go with it.
A bookcase. It's been punched open and its contents strewn all over the floor.
Banana
It
Phone
looks
is a
like
Black
someone
Mirror
took a
episode.
sledgehammer to the bookshelves.
The ticking gets louder. You cannot find the exact thing causing the ticking. So you run out of the house. But you still hear the ticking. You take all of your clothes off and run down the street. But the ticking continues.
AiPD submitted prompt. The ticking gets louder. You cannot find the exact thing causing the ticking, so you run out of the house. But you still hear the ticking. You take all of your clothes off and run down the street, but the ticking continues. Option 1. You stop and turn around. You stand there for a moment, wondering if you should just go back home, but then you hear something else. You hear the sound of an engine.
City bus.
Option 2. You need to do something. You walk into the convenience store and ask the clerk if there is a policeman in town. He tells you there isn't.
Time.
Option 3. You go back home, but the ticking continues. Eventually you just give up and start heading back to school. The next day, the teachers tell you that there was an accident on campus.
Oh. I mean, looks good.
Vote for your favorite AI response.
Number 1 looks like emo Simba. Number 2 looks like something that'd be straight out of like Pixar. Yeah, it's pretty good. And it hides the horrific black dot nightmare, so. This is a lawless land. This is a town without cops. Number 3, I guess we're just dealing with it. We're like, actually, I could still go to sleep with this. I mean, if you have a clock in your house, I guess you still hear faint ticking. The clerk, I imagine too, for option 2, you walk in naked to the convenience store and you go, is there a policewoman? Is there a policeman in town? And he goes, no, there should be. Why are you telling us the truth? Please don't rob me, crazy naked person. I heard something crazy, and I don't know if this is like a weird rumor started by party store owners, but I heard that if you
need to do something.
I'll tell
you
you
walk
after.
into the convenience store and ask the clerk if there is a policeman in town. He tells you there isn't.
I heard if you steal like a candy bar or a bag of chips from a convenience store, it takes like $100 worth of stuff for them to make up for that theft. Like the margins are so razor thin that they have to sell $100 worth of stuff to make up for the one candy bar you stole. Again, I don't know if that's true. But it sounds plausible. I mean, you gotta wonder what the margins are on some of these things. You ask the clerk if he can hear the ticking sound, and he looks scared and says, "No, please don't hurt me." The ticking will not stop. You rip open a bag of marshmallows wildly and shove two in your ears. The ticking continues, and the clerk runs away in fear.
AiPD submitted prompt. You ask the clerk if he can hear the ticking sound and he looks scared and says, "No? Please don't hurt me. The ticking will not stop." You rip open a bag of marshmallows wild and shove two in your ears. The
Marshmallows
ticking
wild.
continues and the clerk runs away in fear. Option 1. It's horrible. It's annoying. It's real. And you are going to kill it. You run out of the convenience store and scream as loud as you can. Option 2. You then run outside and throw the bag of marshmallows in the woods. Then you get back into your car and drive to a nearby mall. Option 3. You now know what the hell is causing the noise. You feel the hairs on your arms stand up. You turn to go back home, but then the alarm goes off. Vote for your favorite AI response.
Number 3 answers it without really answering it. Number 3 is like, you figured it out. Which feels not right. Number 1 or 2, I feel like, are the ramp it up. Number 3 is just like, you found out what it is, and you saw. Number 3 is just like, actually, the misunderstanding. You guys use your cell phones and figure out it was all a misunderstanding, and the movie's over. Like, I can't remember who was saying this, but the number of movies in like the 80s and 90s that would have just been instantly solved with a cell phone. Like you could have just called somebody.
You then run outside and throw the bag of marshmallows in the woods. Then you get back into your car and drive to a nearby mall.
You rush to a sharper image. You rush to the sharper image and barbarically tear open a white noise machine and crank the raindrops to max volume.
AiPD submitted prompt. You rush to the sharper image and barbarically tear open a white noise machine and crank the raindrops to max volume. Option 1. The sounds of the woods are drowned out by the loud noise. You then run to the refrigerator and grab a bottle of whiskey. You pour some into a glass and drink it down.
So you can finally
Option
relax.
2. You then enter a room and begin to shake. This does not work, as the air conditioner is on full blast. You then go to the exercise room and begin to exercise. Option 3. The noise is loud enough to drown out the ticking. You then go back to the convenience store to see if the clerk has returned.
Now we just have to have like a ghetto blaster
Vote
with
for your
white
favorite
noise
AI
playing
response.
on. We're just like, I'm not crazy. This ticking's gone. The raindrops are so loud in my ears. Can I get $20 on Pump 2? Why are you playing that? rain noise. Huh? It's for the ticking. Yeah, but you're kind of making a lot more fucking noise for everyone else. Huh? I said you're being a burden to society. Shh. We heard them, but we pretend not to hear them. We go, I didn't hear you. I'm gonna go use the pump. They got 20 on pump 2. All right, I think I know how the story ends.
The sounds of the woods are drowned out by the loud noise. You then run to the refrigerator and grab a bottle of whiskey. You pour some into a glass and drink it down.
You are able to live a somewhat normal life until one day you're for many years you are able to live a somewhat normal life for many years until one day when your white noise machine breaks. Now the ticking returns. But when you go to the sharper image, they tell you they never made another one. Like, they never made another white noise machine after what you did to the store the last time you were here.
AiPD submitted prompt.
Oh, here's a great image.
You are able to live a somewhat normal life for many years.
I don't know if this is
until
not
one day when your white noise machine breaks. Now the ticking returns, but when you go to the sharper image, they tell you they never made another white nosy machine after what you did to the store the last time you were here. Option 1. The store owner, an older man,
there's a
asks
funny
if you're
image in
still
the
hearing
Discord.
the
I don't know
ticking.
if I could post it to
You say yes,
Twitch,
and the old man says that you should go to his
Marshmallow
house.
Man running through the woods.
Option 2. They won't sell you the used ones either, so you start walking home. You are walking along when you hear a loud ticking noise. Option 3. They insist you have to go to their town for repairs. A few hours later,
Yeah,
you arrive
why
at
buy
this
the new
new
one when you can
town
just
and
get
you
the
see a
old one
large
repaired?
blinking sign that says, Ticking Town.
Oh my
Vote
god.
for your favorite AI response.
Oh my god, it was the town the whole time. Ticking Town. Oh my god, this was the source of all the ticking. Oh my god. I'm going to blow this place up with the rocket launcher, okay? Ticking Town, you fucked me. Yeah. Ticking Town? Oh yeah. I mean, sorry, we gotta go there. I'm super voting.
They insist you have to go to their town for repairs. A few hours later, you arrive at this new town and you see a large blinking sign that says, Ticking Town.
You laugh maniacally. You laugh. You lose control of yourself in laughter. You finally found the store that causes the ticking. You blow up Ticking Town. with a rocket launcher.
AiPD submitted prompt. You lose control of yourself in laughter. You finally found the store that kazoo's the ticking. You blow up
Kazoo's.
Ticking Town with a rocket launcher. Option 1. The last part of the song is played as the music blares out of your speakers. This song is heard throughout the entire town. Option 2. The sun sets on that fateful night. You wake up and realize you have no idea how you got there. The sun is already setting and it is a beautiful day.
Just a blind rage.
Option 3. You then enter the police station, where you find a bunch of cops. One of them says, "Oh my God. What happened?" You say, "Your white noise machine just exploded."
Oh!
Vote for your favorite AI response.
Sorry, cops, your white noise machine just exploded. I think any one of these is a good epilogue. Man, Ticking Town. What a place. What a nightmarish place. Okay, if nobody votes, I'll just rando it. Here we go. You got 5 seconds to vote. Or else I completely rando. It's kind of hard to choose because they're all pretty close. All right, here we go. Epilogue time.
You then enter the police station, where you find a bunch of cops. One of them says, "Oh my God. What happened?" You
Old
say,
man
"Your
looking
white
at a
noise
white noise
machine
machine."
just exploded."
Wow. All right, and with that, what an ending. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Tell your step, white noise machine manufacturers, and catch you next time. Bye ho wee way, everybody. Thanks for watching. Submit your prompts. Join the Discord. We need a lot more prompts. And if you don't want to write any prompts and you want to vote for prompts, star prompts in the Discord channel. Prompts that have more stars will get floated up to the top, and there's a it's more likely I will choose them over prompts with no stars, but not a guarantee. But I'm a man of the people, so I appreciate democracy. So submit your prompts or star your favorite prompts, and they'll be played in a future episode probably. Bye ho wee wee.